saying we are connected. Alright. We should be live.
Oh. And
That was a very weird Red Bull ad.
Many of
so
them
a
are.
Red Bull ad. Like Red Bull ads tend to be weird in
A
general.
lot of them usually have actual wings though.
They got sued for
Not
that. That's why they're not really doing that anymore.
they still use the slogan though.
But they're trying to make it more metaphorical to try and keep people from, thinking that drinking Red Bull will actually make them fly and get them sued again.
Okay, well this one was a zebra putting on lipstick before going into an alligator infested river and then walking out with an alligator skin purse, which I think is probably just about as dangerous.
Oh yeah, they're very unhinged. Like I want to
Like
pick
in
the
terms of
brains
stuff
of
to
their
do,
PR
like
guy.
in terms of stuff to do instead of jumping off a high place and hoping you can fly, I don't think walking into a river full of alligator or crocodiles is like a better choice.
I think Ogre might take that choice, but he's also afraid of heights.
I'm just saying you're probably gonna die either way. I mean, realistically, alligators are less likely to be aggressive than gravity is, but
If the alligator is eaten recently, there's a chance you might survive.
yeah.
Gravity gives no fucks about you.
On the other hand, if you go limp, you can survive surprisingly long falls. So
Alright. But that should be enough to test the audio and make sure I didn't, fuck everything up.
Okay.
That's not muted. Nothing else is playing. So it looks like we're ready to go.
Well, if you're ready, I'm ready.
Alrighty then. Oh, Gulix, we can hear what you're listening to. Alright. We shall begin in 5, 4.
Eddie, you were pretty quiet, just so you know.
That cut out a little bit. What?
You're pretty quiet, just so you know.
Oh, I know what I did. 1 second.
Like, including on the stream.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey,
It
Reed.
shouldn't matter too much for Adam's review, just, you know,
Oh no,
Apparently,
for yours it might.
I was messing
well,
with things.
yeah. Petty's not reviewing a game this week because his eyes aren't that good yet.
All
Right.
right. Do I at least sound reasonable if I need to join in for whatever reason? I may need to take this headset in.
Yes, you sound okay now.
All right.
Yes. Actually, me and Adam might be a little loud.
Talk again.
Audio balancing.
Testing.
Oh, because your guys is set to maximum. Yeah, I guess when Adam took control, it fucked up my audio settings, which is weird because we shouldn't have the same audio devices.
Yeah, but who knows?
Yeah.
Okay, that's better.
All right. All right. So we ready to begin now?
Seems like it.
Mhm.
Excellent. We shall begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, welcome to another installment of the Fragments of Silicon reviews. Right, a few bits of housekeeping to mention before we get started here. First of all, good news, Petty has finally seen the eye doctor. So he's finally getting treatment for his, what we have learned is a severe eye infection.
Viral infection.
Which is worse than, say, a bacterial or a fungal infection because, those can be killed. Viral infections are harder.
Well, they make antivirals. The problem is they don't work as well as antibiotics or antibacterials.
Antifungals.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. So the upshot is we're still using the trailer footage this week, and Petty isn't reviewing a game because his eyes are still messed up to that point.
Mm-hmm.
Also, last week's reviews at time of recording have not been edited yet for the same reason. Hopefully, Petty's vision gets to a state where that can be done. If another week transpires, then we gotta do something before those reviews disappear.
If nothing else, just make a mass highlight and I can shove them in Vegas later.
Can you
Fair
download the whole thing?
That's exactly what I'm thinking about doing. Download it as a backup and then I can shove it in Sony Vegas.
Right. There are options. Point is, we want to preserve before it gets erased.
Right.
Also, the format of this review week is going to be a bit different because in order to help along with the editing, we're going to do the old stop-start, actual breaks in between the breaks. So
I know Adam, Max can get mad about that, but Adam doesn't know how to work the editing apparatus. So
yeah, it's also last time I tried to do that, we lost the show. So I want to avoid that if at all possible. With that in mind, we are starting out not with a review, but with an impressions vid. I think it's been a while since we've had one of these. But up first is Gold Adventure Gold. A very strange title. Gold makes God. Embrace city-building chaos around a monster-filled dungeon where danger and profit go hand in hand. Assign hero quests. Evolve powerful pets. And expand your influence one gold coin at a time. Recruit, defend, explore, and all in pursuit of glory and gold. Sounds like Wario should be starring in this thing. Or New Super Mario Brothers 2 era Mario. Pick your mascot poison here. Anyway, so as the marketing blurb mentioned, this is a city building strategy game. I think I've seen it compared to Cult of the Lamb. I don't know how accurate that would be because I do not own and I have never played Cult of the Lamb. but I've certainly played a lot of city builder and strategy simulation games this year, of different varieties, and this is certainly one of them. The thing is, calling it a city builder, I think, is like true in the technical sense, because yes, you do put down buildings that would theoretically make a city, but like this is more along the lines of Age of Empires or StarCraft, more real-time strategy than an actual city builder, Sim City or City Skyline. It's not one of those. And as it mentions, the actual emphasis is on money, adventures, and dungeons. Really territory control. Because another major thing you do is, in order to get rid of the fog of war around your beginning plot, you have to go and conquer the border. Like there's little border plots where you have to mark it as. There are different kind of quests. There's like the attack quest, there's the defense quest for like when monsters are invading your realm and you need to protect a particular building, like search quests for the actual dungeons. I will also note that when the adventurers are searching a dungeon, this does not turn into a dungeon crawler. That's
So,
all auto.
unlike Cult of the Lamb.
Yes. That's like it's all auto logged. It'll tell you what the adventurers are doing, and such, but you do not control, you do not provide input, you do not do anything. Which may be a turnoff to some people, because I know there are those who like the micromanaging. And this game is pretty light on that territory in general, but especially the dungeoneering. And also got a bit of Pokemon, Digimon, whatever Mon-based monster thing you want to insert here, because you've got your Guardian Beast, which is kind of like your main avatar thing, which is in the form of a cute critter.
The cute critters are marketable.
Mm-hmm. Like I picked the Sphinx, which doesn't really look like a Sphinx. It looks more like a legally distinct Pokemon. And it's also got a few DS gimmick options. Really, like that's the best way I can quantify it, because what you can do is like you can go into the pet's house and you can like pet it using the mouse. Like this is the kind of gimmick that you saw all about the DS and Wii era.
Yeah, DS era, DS 3DS era Pokemon were very much had you can pet and play with your Pokemon.
Same
In
deal.
fairness, I still miss that.
Well, I mean, it's here if you want it. And,
it's better in Pokemon than it was in Fire Emblem. That was still weird. Tell me I'm wrong.
It's less weird and more perverted. But we're not talking about that. Anyway, in terms of the petting options here, it's framed around not just petting, but grooming. Like you got a hairbrush, a few other tools, and a perfume spray, which actually irritates the critter a bit, because it's a spray. But the point is, it's a bit of an out of place gimmick. mainly because I associate this kind of functionality with like 2006 to 2008. Like anytime I see this kind of interactivity, I'm like, oh, hey, I did that on my DS like 2 decades ago. And I don't miss it. Anyway, all in all, it's a fairly good strategy game. Just it's on the casual side. Because it's early access. We don't review early access games. We just provide the impression. But the impression I got is all the mechanics work. I didn't see any major bugs. Didn't crash. But it's just a bit light right now.
Below roadmap for release yet, or is it just like a playable vertical slice?
That's a good question, and kind of somewhere in between. Because, all right, so this game came out in early access back in June, so it's had a fair amount of time in the early access oven. But the full range is 4 to 12 months, but it can change on the player's feedback.
From the release or from now?
From the release.
Okay.
So it's been about in early access, 4 or 5 months, let's say. So it's about halfway through its maximal early access window here, which means this game could experience quite a few significant changes because you wanted to know about the early access roadmap. Well, here it is. How is the full version planned to differ from the early access version? We are planning to create a lot of additional content, more unit types, more events, better UI, and general gameplay improvements and rebalancing. And that kind of stuff there is why we do impressions, especially things like better UI, because I don't know what that means other than what the UI that I saw here and now is maybe not going to be the UI that launches 1.0.
Or when you started it, you could have the better UI already. We don't know. We've not been following the game since it dropped.
Yeah, it's like, we only, we gather what's on the Steam page. And I guess I could, there's also the patch notes. Like, I will admit, like, we could dig into like the Steam forums and the patch notes and all of that assorted information. But that's not the point of what we're doing here. We are here to provide the impressions to determine if this game is worthy of a pickup in the state it's in right now at time of recording. And to answer that question, I'd say, yeah, if you can swallow the price. Because this game is leaning on the pricey side. Because right now, Gold, Adventure Gold is clocking in at $25.
Microtransactions or anything like that, at least at time of recording.
Yeah. And it's worth noting that they are likely to increase the price as the game becomes more feature complete. Now, as always, the question is this game worth $25 dues? I'm going to say no. Like, I think it's a bit too casual to carry the weight of $25 at this point. Like, I think it's about $5 overpriced. Like, this should probably be clocking in at this stage about 20. But hey, that's the kind of thing discounts are for. Otherwise, yeah, it's a perfectly cromulent city builder strategy game. It's just like, yeah, if you're looking for the dungeon crawler component, go get Cult of the Lamb, because they haven't implemented that. There's no indication from the roadmap here that they're going to do that.
And also, I think Cult of the Lamb is something like $20 as well, so it's like a direct competitor.
Yeah. Like I said, I think the main problem with this game at this stage is nothing technical. Well, like it's a bit too lightweight for its price point,
Mm.
which can be a detriment, because the city builder strategy field is a surprisingly competitive one.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, we've been reviewing a surprising amount of these kind of games in a lot of different fashions as well. I'm not sure if I could call it a full-on trend, but it's certainly very much a genre.
And I guess as far as the dev goes, is there enough of a track record that to take them on their word that more content is coming? Or is this one of those startup dev, we don't have anything proven that they can make it to the end of the project?
Shorter question, is this a first-time developer? Yes, it is, at least in terms of major releases. They've probably done some prototyping, jam games, what have you.
Right.
But like, this is their first big boy Steam game.
Yeah. Like if this was like a Yacht Club Games early access game, odds are they're gonna finish it.
Right.
But that's definitely something to think of, jumping in on something from somebody's first time. There's no 100% guarantee they'll make it to the end, unfortunately.
Yeah. And just looking at one of the reviews on Steam, they're complaining about quite a few of the same things I am. I know. I will say, like, I didn't find the AI very lacking. Like, the AI seemed fine. But all the mechanics seemed fine, not amazing. But yeah, it's just this game is just kind of lacking content to be a serious one of these. Casual wise, it's it's actually pretty stuffed. Like, we've covered a fair amount of casual city builder games that do less than this. So, the ultimate point is here, maybe wait until 1.0 to see where this thing is. Because at the end of the day, I will have to give the recommendation of wait for a sale. Not a deep sale, but a sale nonetheless. All right, so anything else from you two?
No, I think I'm good.
All right, then.
Good.
All right, then. So that'll about do it for Gold Adventure Gold. Be sure to tune in after the break as the Galax reviews Incredipedes.